You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, December 21st, 2023. Christmas week edition. We got Mark and Pat. Gentlemen.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Hold up.
Did that too.
Hey,
Shut
what's up? Shut up.
I'll tell you, the breakers were a lifesaver on the airplane. First time I flew with since they've come into our lives, and pretty perfect on an airplane.
You liked it.
Do you sneak them past your kid? You're like,
He was asleep the whole time, so yeah.
Just shoving a little breaker in there.
Yeah.
Sleeping away first class.
Gambling with breakers in first class. It was awesome.
What a time.
Yeah.
See what I'm doing over here? Hey, come here. Take a look at what I'm doing over here.
Anyone else having as much fun as I am right now? Doubt it.
Definitely not. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty good. But what do you guys got today for the show? Mark, what do you got?
I got a Disney debacle and some Texas high school sports stories.
Big sports.
I'm fired up about this Disney debacle, dude. I'm fired up about it.
Yeah, you saw the headline.
I saw the headline and I said,
Yeah.
that's the saddest, most hilarious story ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Idiots with too much money, really.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
Yeah. Pat, what do you got?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So, huge news out of California. And if you live there or might be visiting, you might want to listen up because when you're there, you're going to have to drink some water and you might want to know where the water's coming from.
Do they have like a Flint, Michigan deal going on?
No, it's not like that. It's totally clean, Mark.
Okay.
Or is it?
Okay. I feel like
It's toilet water.
Toilet water.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Just when you thought
Turning sewage into water. Find out how. In my section.
Got to pay 1.5 to get a 3-bedroom house. 1.5 million.
What
toilet water? What's up? Shut up.
Get robbed and drink some toilet water here in California.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I've got a PSA, very important PSA that involves penises and a proposal gone horribly wrong. Marriage proposal.
Nice. Was it personal experience or you found this story? Was this at like a...
No, I found this story.
Okay.
But it spoke to me.
It was me.
Might hear one of those from me one day.
Yeah.
So
you guys getting engaged this holiday season?
No, but I do think I'm going to put that bachelor party date down.
Okay.
I think maybe June or July.
Good, because I mean, I can probably maybe afford one vacation later this year, but I can't. You guys got. You guys have to time out your engagements. You're gonna have to work.
You're gonna want to come to my bachelor party.
All right, sounds good.
Well, if you do a riverboat, that will probably be within driving distance of
True.
Mark.
We have 4 ports of call.
Wes, we'll definitely get a couple packs of Lucy and drive to. Yeah.
You can jump on the boat whenever you want.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just left PFTs and I've been slowly dropping hints for that he's gonna have to pay for it.
Nice.
He's got to rent the boat. If Wes and I drive and he rents the boat, that's basically a free. We just lose money gambling.
Right.
The boat's gonna be a lot of money.
Yeah.
The boat is gonna cost thousands and thousands.
But how long have we been? How long have we been friends with PFT? A boat long time.
22 years. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Make him your best man. He'll feel forced to.
Yeah, but the wedding's not happening.
Right.
Fake best man.
We just don't tell him that.
Okay, let's do the news, right? Should we do it?
Yeah. You want to hop in? Do it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Do you know who you're with?
3 Factor, yeah.
This is real news.
Let's go. Kick us off, Pat.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
I want to hear about that
I'll go.
Florida story. I'll be honest, that's the top story of the day.
I want to go. All right. So, as anyone who's been to Disney World, or Disneyland as an adult knows that shit's expensive. Because when you're a kid, you have no idea what money is. Ask intern Al. He just went with the fam to Disneyland. That's the one in Cali. And then that one in Orlando, Disney World, also very expensive, right?
Yes.
Dude, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I've never had an interest in going. My sister took the kids, and she was like, I mean, I think they spent 20 grand.
Yeah, I mean that's high. That's high end. But they have a larger family, but that they really did it nice. You can't do it for less than like $5,000 for a family of 4.
Think about how fucking nuts that is.
Yeah,
because it's a theme park. It's a
they could have.
It's
gone
just
to
a
like
theme. It's a theme park.
What's the
5-star
price of
hotel
admission to
in
Disney
Fiji.
For like a day pass now?
Yeah, so I looked it up for everyone. Just to get into the park, one park per day, not all the parks. So if you can't go park hopping from Epcot to Magic Kingdom, just to get into one park per person per day, $110. So to get into like multiple parks, more than that. And then if you think 3 days times 4 family members, maybe the kids get a little bit of bonus. You're talking about like over $1,000 in park tickets for sure.
To put that in perspective, a Six Flags is like a $50-$60 entry.
Probably for the weekend.
Yeah,
right.
You can buy a season pass for $300.
$1,500 for a season pass. To
no outside food too at Disney.
Nope. You can bring in a canteen, which you can.
So you're talking about like the Disney crazies, the nut jobs.
Yeah.
They're staying on property.
That's
so
correct.
This is the difference. If you're staying on property at a theme park, which you're not at any other theme park, the first thing you do when you get up, because your kids get up at fucking 6 a.m., is make your way to the park, which means maybe you're doing breakfast at your house, but you're doing like late breakfast, snack at the park, lunch at the park, dinner at the park.
Yep.
Each one, that's $140 per
person
family for meal.
I'm glad you brought up staying at the park, because a lot of people do that at Disney, like say go to the Dolphin or one of their resorts. That's going to be $300 a night easy. So
Like
just to get
got eaten.
Yeah, just to stay there, it's like $600 a day to stay there, get in the park with food and stuff. Multiply that by multiple people, multiple days, and they say the average trip is going to be $3,500 to $5,000 for a long weekend for a family of 4. Right? I mean, like that's tossing a few hundred more for merch, right? Like you got to get the merch, a couple hundred per person.
You have the merch, Mark. I see. You have the Mickey hat. You have the Mickey ears.
You
the Mickey
have
shirt.
You have to.
Okay.
We did the breakfast cruise with all the Disney characters when I was little, and that was probably insanely expensive.
So if you think about it, per day per person, it's about the same as going on like a really nice European trip, like doing it up in Europe.
Right, which again, this is my point, makes no fucking sense because it's a theme park.
Yeah, to wait in line and have pretty shitty food.
Well, there's something to paying for a trip where anything can happen, right? Sure, you might not have more fun on the European trip, but you also may have way more fun. Anything can happen. Where at Disney, you're just at the park.
It's good for the kids, but the adults would have
That's the thing.
Way more fun in Europe.
Disney has bamboozled, just like an engagement ring, families to feel obligated that if they don't take their kids to Disney, they are not good parents. That's the mindset.
My parents were great parents, except for they never took me to Disney, and that's a strike against them.
Isn't
Disney's attempt to do what Wes is saying. Literally, there's guys like my dad who Disney trying to do that means he'll never go on purpose. Even though some years we could have afforded to go, no way.
Be like
no
my
way in
parents.
hell.
I turned out fine, and then I went as a 25-year-old. So if you're picking
Brought a
up
girl home, married her.
Right. That's right. Fell in love with Disney. So imagine how expensive it is for a family of 16 to go to Disney World or Land, which is exactly what the Costin family is doing this Christmas. Probably pretty expensive.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a quiverful movement discount that they give to these, I'm assuming, conservative Christians?
No, not at all. In fact, this is the biggest Costin family trip in the past decade, probably. They planned it going back all the way to 2020. They were going to go to Disney as a family in 2020. That stupid pandemic hit, and then life stuff happened. They couldn't align it. So now 2023 into 2024, Christmas into January, they're going to go and spend a couple, 4 days or whatever, in 3.5 years later at Disney. So they finally got it. Big deal for them, right?
That's huge. Is it a family reunion or 16 children?
I think it's, probably a bit of both. It's probably the whole family got invited and 16 are going to make it. It's great for them. Even better, the grandparents have some coin. All right. right?
that's always the best. Yeah.
That's the best. So they did a really nice thing, and they bought the family $10,000 in Disney gift cards, sent them out a few weeks ago before the trip so people could get like free tickets to the park, potentially
that's so
hotels,
cool, man.
potentially hotels if they hadn't booked them, but I imagine they were right. But like they, everyone, each family member got like $500 to get free stuff at Disney.
You're getting all the experiences.
Yeah.
That's classy as fuck too, because if you're grandparents, you have, and obviously I thought, well, Mark first said this, I thought this was a Duggar situation. It's not, but grandparents, you may say you have 4 kids, each one's in a different financial position, right? And maybe they have kids that are older. It gets awkward when you go on an expensive trip, but this is such a classy way.
It's nice
to essentially say like, doesn't matter how everyone's doing this year financially, everyone's going to have the full experience. That's so cool. It's awesome.
Very cool. And they were like, now go online and book your tickets and all that stuff. One problem, when the family members went to input the gift cards online to redeem park tickets this past week, they were rejected as invalid.
Oh no.
So $10,000.
They
They bought real gift cards, but upon closer examination, they weren't gift cards to Disney. They were gift cards to Disney Plus. So they bought $10,000 worth of streaming services, or 70 years worth for the family to stream Disney, ESPN, Hulu, and Nat Geo, National Geographic. 70 years worth of streaming content. It's a lot of content.
Shame on whoever sold these.
Fucking shit. The internet did, Wes.
They bought up the internet.
I don't know. That's a good point. But this is like the Jelly of the Month Club bonus from Christmas Vacation. That's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark. Good question.
I mean, if someone sold it to them,
they bought it at Target, the cashier should be like,
is a dickhead.
You really like Marvel, huh?
Yeah.
You really like Marvel movies, or
you're an idiot, right?
Yeah. $10,000 worth of Disney Plus. So that didn't work out for them. So what happened was Andy Costin, one of the tech savvy. What's up, Pat?
Okay, this is why, guys.
Yeah.
If you don't know any better, Disney, and you Google like Disney gift card, it's Disney, the plus sign, gift card, which you're gonna think if you're an old,
that's
potentially right. Oh, this
Disney
is like
Plus.
because they. I'm sure if you're an old, you've heard about how there's like line upgrades and stuff.
Yeah,
right.
Out there at the park.
Yeah. In fact, Pat, these olds had never heard of streaming services before. So when it says stream the best stories all in one place, they probably thought something to do with the Disney park, because they don't even streaming.
Content. What's that?
They don't know what streaming is.
No.
What was that photo you just put up?
This is the card.
That's from the article.
Yeah, here's
they
the stack.
bought it at Target.
Here's the stack of cards exactly.
They bought it at fucking Target.
They bought $100 or whatever gift cards. Yeah,
at checkout. They bought 100 checkout cards, and
some
someone had to
cashier
fucking
scanned
activate
100 of them. Yeah.
What a dick.
You must
Each
really like Disney. Our family loves it.
Each one of those is like 3 years worth of Disney Plus. So each card, 100 of them. So now Andy Costin, who's one of the family members, she's a generation below. I think it's her parents or grandparents. She's a little bit tech savvy. So she took the story to TikTok, and it blew up and got like over 3 million views. Then People Magazine and some other major publications picked up her story. And while most of the people offered her help or condolences in the comment section, some people like Snow Queen said things like, "You had years to plan."
That's a Snow Queen comment.
Good.
And now you have years of plans. Disney Plus.
To make matters worse, because a lot of the comments are pointing out, why did your grandparents give you the cards a week before the trip? By the time they figured it out, it was so close to the trip and to Christmas that Disney wasn't able to offer a refund online, and tickets to the park are rapidly selling out. So now they're scrambling to figure out what they're going to do. Whoops.
Well,
I mean, does this just mean that they're out 10 grand? It doesn't mean that they're like,
well,
they're going to
they can't have the experience, but they just have $10,000 of Disney Plus gift cards.
Here's what happened. The grandparents can thank Andy, and they can thank People Magazine, because once it became national news story, update from Wednesday is Disney got in touch with Andy in the DMs, and they're taking care of it, and they're swapping that $10,000 in Disney streaming to $10,000 in Disney park things for their upcoming trip in a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah. So if you're looking for some rich suckers to scam at Disney this holiday season, find the Costin family, con artists.
But yeah, and it's gonna say their name on the back of their shirt, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be easy to find them.
Yeah, they're like a huge mark. How did I still don't get how like the Target guy or whoever didn't stop them. But anyways, they have no idea what streaming is, and I would if I'm younger members of the Costin family, I'm going to probably take away the grandparents' landline and program to block unknown callers from their cell phones if they have cell phones, because they're scammers' wet dreams.
Oh yeah, you check the will big time.
Yeah,
Man, as soon as I read this headline, I immediately saw a scene, and it was like grandma coming in after a trip to Walmart or Target on unloading some bags a month or two before their Disney trip, and she's like, Harold, I did something.
Yeah.
So look, you're gonna be mad, but I saw these cards, and we're going to Disney, and I thought, what if we did something really special for all the kids and the grandkids?
Yep.
So I really went nuts, Harold. I spent $10,000.
Yep. You did what?
And he said, well, honey, we can't take it with us.
Disney Plus sounds nice.
Right. And then
Pens Plus is great, so Disney Plus must be awesome.
Oh my God, bro.
They, not to mention the fact that anyone that goes to this local Target can't buy actual Disney Plus now for a gift because they bought all of the cards. Yeah, if I'm a scammer, I'm calling these people up. Ring, hello, this is Walt Disney Jr. Is this the oldest members of the Costin family? It is.
We hear you're making a trip to Orlando.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Thought you might want the Plus experience.
Calling from Disney Grand.
This is Walt Disney himself.
Disney best.
I'm calling to address the gift card issue. If you could just send me another check for $10,000, we'll get you all set up and show your family the time of their lives. Yeah. Please make it out to cash.
Yeah. And all those people spent money. Like if you find out that your grandparents or your parents bought $10,000 worth of cards for your Disney trip, you are now spending that money that you had set aside and buying other shit with it, because you're like, well, it's taken care of. I can spend this money on other shit now.
Yep. So luckily Disney stepped in and did the right thing, because the Costin grandparents are dum-dums. Enjoy Disney and stay safe this holiday season. The Costins.
Yeah.
I'll be down there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have their name on the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding about that.
I mean, I've never scammed anyone, but this story makes me want to scam those people.
Makes you want to scam. That's nuts. Oh, man.
A fool in their money, right? Anyways, there you go.
We'll soon be parting. And you can part with something too, and that's your ability to speak only one language.
Ooh.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not as good as Will, but it was okay.
That was good.
Yeah. What do you call a person who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. Oh, I can't even speak one. Trilingual.
What is that, an Asian that can speak?
I'm not a big fan of Wingstop. Oh, you should try Trilingual. It's different. Someone who speaks 2, bilingual.
Right.
Someone who speaks 1, American. You'll find a ton of them at Disney. Only 22% of Americans speak a language other than English at home. Start learning a new language this fall. Well, I guess it's not the fall. It's the winter. Be the exception, not the rule, because Babbel can help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. I got to tell you, I put my kid in a Spanish immersion daycare, and like you love your kid so much, you got to give them a hug, and sometimes they want to hug you, sometimes they're like, get off me, right? Like cool, Dad. I want to give my kid a hug this morning. He goes, no, gracias, and I was like, whoa,
money well spent.
Hell yeah,
it was money well spent. He didn't use Babbel because he's 2. But what I realized is I need to start using Babbel, because
get that kid in the stocks.
I can't let him edge me out here and know more than me, right? And I'm jealous. And
he starts insulting you in Spanish.
Right, but this is the next best thing, guys. Right? You can understand sounds no matter what languages you may speak or you're learning. Right? Start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Absolutely insane. If you look at search trends, interest in learning a new language is only increasing over time, and there trends to be a bit of a spike in 2024 because it's the perfect time to pick up a new hobby. Just like learn a new language. If you are looking to date, maybe you're trying to find the woman or man of your dreams, right? If that's the time of your life, and you were like hating the apps, get on Babbel, dude. It's gonna open up a whole new world of potential partners for you. Or if you're in a relationship and your partner thinks that you're a piece of shit, which is most relationships, show that partner that you're bettering yourself by learning a new language. They're gonna be like, holy. They'll be like, oh, that's nice, and then they'll turn around.
A bilingual piece of shit.
Yeah. Insult her in French.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they're going to think that you're upgrading yourself because you're going to leave them, and then they're going to then show you deference because
that's true. That's a big, huge chip. Even an insult in French sounds nice too. They'll never. know.
Laissez incompetent.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a psychology. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about language, guys. Right. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. To get you started right now, 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners, okay? Go to Babbel, that's BABBEL.com/factor. Why not get 55% off your Babbel subscription? Try for a couple months. Why not?
Yeah.
BABBEL.com/factor, Babbel.com/factor. Rules and restrictions may apply. Pretty cool. Okay, guys. A lot of people go to California. It's like the most populous state in the nation. And they got a drought problem out there. Big time drought problem in California. Some say it's climate change. Others say it's exactly what the Lord intended at this time in our Earth's existence.
Probably those rich assholes overwatering their lawns.
It could be.
It's the rapture.
All those damn almonds? What the hell? What kind of nut out there?
Oh
they're
my
overwatering.
gosh, almonds,
yeah.
Mark.
Almonds.
Almonds are a problem.
Farms. Yeah.
You see an almond outside of the almond farmers that are listeners of this show. Outside of those,
you're monsters.
If you see an almond farmer, just know that they're a monster. Selfish monsters.
I mean, almonds are delicious, but they're not that delicious for the amount of water they cost.
I don't have the exact math here, but one almond, I'm pretty sure, is a swimming pool's worth of water.
It is.
A single almond.
That's a fact. Yeah.
It's a fact.
That's a fact.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you do with the drinking water issue in California? Down in Arizona, for example, they're running out of water, and they're talking about, I don't know if they're talking about it, they did it, pausing new construction completely. They're talking about running a desalination plant from Mexico, right? Pumping seawater from Mexico. Taking the Mexicans' water, dude. It's insane.
You don't need this, do you?
No, it's last resort stuff, man.
Hey, why y'all
water from Mexico?
Can y'all carry a gallon over here with you? Do us a favor.
It's funny. Politicians that are pro development have been absolutely like championing that as a plan. And I forget which reporter, but the reporter went down there to Mexico. Like, you know what they're saying up there? There's whatever town it was. Like, they're saying that they're going to build a desalination plant right here and pump it up to Arizona. And the guy was like, "Gay?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's take away some water from all those Native American casino towns, you know?
Right. They got too much of it already.
Yeah.
There was a mistake when we were drawing the reservation map lines that we meant to have a divot there. And point is, okay, look, it's a problem, right? Like they pump almost LA's a desert, right? They pump all the water down from the northern part of the state. They got water issues. So they're going to have water issues everywhere. They're having them in Texas. So what do you do? What do you do about it? Well, the California State Water Resources Council Board on Tuesday voted to allow water companies to pump treated wastewater directly into residents' taps. That's right. From toilet to tap, guys. From flush to faucet, okay?
Oh, no.
These are a couple of the names that the critics of this methodology have adapted over the last decade or so. I came up with a few new ones.
Who the fuck?
From poo to pitcher, okay?
Okay.
From gas to glass.
Nice.
Okay? From colon to cup, okay? From dookie to drink, all right? From POO to H2O, okay?
From urinate to hydrate.
There you go.
I could go all day. I could go all day.
Who was in charge of this program? Rip Torn? I don't have to drink my pee, but I like to.
Freddie got fingered. Anyway,
Dodgeball.
okay, dodgeball. I think Rip Torn was in for it. It got fingered as well. Anyways, this is a landmark. This is a landmark change, guys. This is absolutely huge because previously, what have they been doing with the poo water? Does anyone know? Anyone? What do they do with the poo water?
Maybe
Flush
water plants and stuff with
Nothing with it.
They pump it into the ocean.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They let the sharks deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about this, if you drop a toothbrush in a toilet bowl that has nothing, no pee or feces in it, you throw that toothbrush away. I don't want to be drinking toilet water. Sorry.
Or someone else's toilet water. Like
Yeah.
I might be able to handle if I have my own personal filtration. It still would be a little crazy, but knowing that I might be drinking other people's toilet water is really where I draw the line.
It's bad.
What if I told you, Wes, that you already are drinking other people's toilet water?
I know. I am.
Are we?
Actually, I'm not because I have my little bottles.
Yeah.
But
Don't tell Aquaman, but yeah.
You use your Brita from butt to Brita.
no,
Okay.
the bottle. Yeah, from butt to Brita.
Yeah, guys, this is crazy. The board voted unanimously to pass the measure with. There was a pending deadline to make the decision that was set 6 years ago, essentially forcing them to drink or get off the pot by the end of 2023.
Gross.
Get it? Yeah. The director of the board, Joaquin Escovel, he told the Associated Press, quote, "Many people are already drinking treated wastewater," to which the Associated Press said, "Ew."
He's like, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Okay.
He's like the Indian guy drinking from the river.
Yep.
He has to take a sip for the demonstration.
Yeah.
Drink it. They did that in Flint. They did that in Flint, dude. Yeah. Michael Moore in that movie Roger and Me, I think it was, or the other one. He goes up to Flint with the water.
Remember they recently did it. They recently did it after that train crash, and
the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor was drinking.
The mayor had to take a sip, and he was like shaking. Yeah. Like...
Yeah, it's crazy, guys. So the new regulation approves the process called indirect potable reuse, where wastewater is released into natural water bodies, such as like reservoirs and rivers, before being turned into drinking water. So they use like the natural body of water as a barrier. So it's purified, then it's pumped into the lakes, and then it goes through rain, et cetera.
What do current wastewater treatment centers that every town has do? Is that just goes back into toilet water basically?
So it depends. It depends. So a lot of people use the indirect potable reuse system, where it treats wastewater, right, and then releases it into streams, rivers, whatever. Some people treat it less so and pump it into the sea or the ocean. Okay, like New York City.
Doesn't Dasani use it?
Dasani, yeah, it goes out of Disney.
It goes to Dasani bottles.
Which is the official water bottle of Disney.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Disney parks and Pepsi machines.
Right. Like I guess Texas is the only U.S. state to previously adopted direct potable recycling,
Okay,
and
so
right now we're talking about indirect.
Just get rid of almonds. Here's the fact on almonds. One almond. So almond farms have 10 billion almonds. One almond is 12 liters or 3.2 gallons per almond.
Holy moly.
Per almond. Each bag of almonds has what, like 50, and you see 1 billion in the stores. Get rid of the fucking almond farms in California. Sorry.
Yeah.
I agree. Direct potable recycling is not what you want to do, Wes. That's where you're drinking doo-doo water, okay?
Okay.
That's where, like, they're flushing it, they're treating it, and it's going right back into the tap. Texas is the only U.S. state to previously approved direct potable recycling, with 2 small-scale systems went online in 2014 to serve towns that are severely stricken by drought. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, guys, this is not a big deal at all. But there have been people. It's just gross.
It's gross.
But it's not gross. You've already been drinking indirect potable water. But people who thought it was super gross, they coined terms like, faucet to flush, toilet to tap.
Like, don't ask, don't tell.
But to Brita. So there was a 69-ish page document that they laid out the new regulations and restrictions. It was extremely informative, especially for a guy like me who knew nothing about making water repotable. And there's a couple terms I picked up on, like ozonation process, which is the addition of ozone gas, a powerful oxidant, as a disinfectant, or DRP project, which means a direct potable reuse project, which I guess is a planned introduction of recycled water that meets requirements of the article into the public water system. And then my favorite, which really hit me, I was just confused about a term I'd never really heard, log reduction. Anyone want to guess what log reduction is?
Getting rid of the poop particles. And
Yeah.
I hope they do it
Get
good.
the chunks out.
I hope they do it good. You gotta, after you do the reverse osmosis, you gotta do the log reduction process, and that's where we bring in Brian. Brian, get in here.
Whoa.
Yeah, I catch anything that that makes it through the first couple stages. No,
Ask me.
Whoa. That's a huge log. Who let this through?
Send that back through.
we got Sarge. We got too many logs going through with this batch.
Who are we training? Who kind of idiots are we training? Look at the size of these logs they let through.
Guys, it means logarithmic base of 10. It was just in the definitions. It's a mathematical term. But yeah, LA and San Diego are the two cities that are probably going to start this first, which kind of is crazy to me to have two cities best known for their Mexican food to start drinking toilet water. It's like, you just gotta hope you don't live in John Goodman's neighborhood, you know?
So gross.
Talk about the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh no.
Anyway,
That's gross. Well, okay.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
it's a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
Until they start doing it.
No, but they've been doing it. The direct potable water is what you don't want. The direct potable recycle, which is like,
Right.
it still smells like fart.
Right. But they're going to start doing the direct potable.
Indirect, no, indirect.
Oh,
So they're just gonna sanitize it 3 times, and then pump it into the rivers and the streams.
Okay.
And then
okay.
and then God will filter out the rest with the
in-
clouds and the rain.
From intestine to ingestion,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got to
How's it
come
go?
up with a bunch of them.
from spleen to canteen with the spleen.
There you go.
Spleen.
Gas to glass is my favorite.
Yeah, gas the glasses.
I was trying to do porcelain or skid mark, but I couldn't.
Right.
Nothing rhymes with mug either.
No.
I was trying.
From toot to tongue. Well, it can be alliterative too.
That's true.
The two that they came up with were alliterative. It can rhyme or be alliterative.
Yeah, fair enough.
Nice. Okay. Found an interesting article, and it's a PSA for all you lovers out there, especially drunk lovers out there. It seems that along with, joy and cheer, Christmastime also brings a shit ton of penile fractures. That's right. You are more likely to break your dick during this time of year than any other time of year, likely because, you're in a great mood, you're hammered, and having sex that is just a little bit too awesome, right?
Yeah, women love reverse cowgirl during the holidays.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Well,
that's
everyone
it.
puts
And
on a little weight.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
it shows
Look,
better in the back than it does the front. Honestly.
I want to watch the Christmas movie too. Let's do reverse cowgirl.
Great TV on this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. And look, we've covered this. This is probably the 5th or
You
6th
thirsty?
time we've done this. But it keeps happening no matter how much we warn people. And I can't think of a worse way to spend the Christmas than in the ER. And they say that oftentimes this Dr. Piergeeds, who was the leading researcher on this specific study.
He's an expert in broken dicks.
First of its, yeah, he's a German, of course. That sick fuck. He's an expert on dick breaks, and he said that, of course,
This
Mark.
is the worst dick break I've ever seen.
Let's do a study.
We've been working a long time here. Can we take a dick break?
Yeah. Yeah. Dicks are like candy canes during Christmas season. Snap right off. Yeah.
I know we got to get all this done before the end of the night, but a dick break would go a long way right now.
What do you want to study? Dick breaking.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
At the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich, and he said that, Mark, as you were right, that a majority of them reverse cowgirl, particularly positions when you're not in direct eye contact, is what he said. So, slow down. She can't see. Yeah.
Or trying to take a really long stroke can get like a full stroke.
It's the girl's fault usually.
It's if you're not in control, like in reverse cowgirl, and she can't see, and she's just going to town on your dong. She might stop it. Yeah.
Think about
it pops out, and then she slams down.
She doesn't know enough in real time that it slipped out, and then smashes it. Yeah.
Have you guys ever been on a Nordic track? Do you remember that exercise machine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's you like start with small little back and forth motions with your feet, but then sometimes you're playing on you go as far back as you can.
Yeah.
And then as far forward as you can.
Yep.
When that happens, sometimes the ski can come out of its binding.
It's
exactly.
It's like
and then it's like a plane crashing into a mountain.
It's like Tony Little's gazelle. Here's the you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the full swing on the gazelle.
Yeah, it's like she goes full swing on the gazelle, and then you're out, and you come out, and then she comes back down on the other end of that gazelle and Snap City.
But Pat's right. The old Nordic tracks, you could come out of your ski. You could take too long of a stride.
That's what I'm talking about. You get ahead of yourself.
My uncle had one of those, and I was constantly coming out of my ski.
You get overly confident.
Yeah. You think you know what you're doing finally. So he said that along with severe swelling and bruising, that it looks like an eggplant. And again, terrible way to spend your holiday with an eggplant-sized penis in the ER.
It hurts, but look how big it is, honey.
Yeah. Hey, let's take this for a spin before we go to the ER.
Yeah. Take a picture.
Yeah.
You look, honey, you can't break it again. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
I will use it before it's.
I'm going to take control, but this should be fun.
He said that he examined hospital data for 3,400 men who sustained fractures.
Wait. I want to enjoy this for a minute.
Yeah. Before we go to the this guy did research on 3,400 broken dicks.
Yeah, he did.
I'm going to call 911.
Not yet.
I wouldn't if I were you. This might be the last time you see something like this.
Quiet. Just look at it. It's like a sunset.
It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. So between 2005 and 2021, 3,400 dicks. And he said that the first to explore the seasonal patterns of penis breaks. And he found that injuries were indeed more common on Christmas. He said, quote, in fact, if every day was like Christmas, 43% more penile fractures would have occurred in Germany from 2005 on.
Dude, they love Christmas in Germany.
They do. Big Christmas country for sure.
Did they give any legitimate, like, what are the correlations? Like, is it just that people are drinking
joy
more?
Yeah, it's joy. It's
joy. It's like going to a wedding. You know how like everyone bangs at a wedding? It's like like a whole month of that feeling in Germany. They got the Christmas shops and the markets. Yeah. And they're just like everyone's outside and like they're nice to strangers and everyone's just so fucking happy. Then they go home and break their dicks.
The frequency of sex,
drinking,
inevitably, right? The more sex you're having, the more chances for broken dicks.
Plus,
is there anything else?
Sex.
Plus,
is it costumes?
You're celebrating. You're drunk. You're having wild fucking sex.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And so he said that New Year's Eve wasn't associated with the risk because they tend to just kind of chill out on New Year's because they've gotten all out of their system. They blow their loads on Christmas. He said that they also during holiday, like summer holidays, but he said by far Christmas is the biggest part. And he said D-Day
and Christmas.
He said that also most penis fractures occur in unconventional scenarios such as extramarital affairs or in unusual locations. So like, if you're just, in a car maybe or something like that.
The extramarital affair because you're trying to impress her. You're doing moves that you haven't mastered quite yet.
Yeah, that's just I'm not gonna leave my wife, but I'll fuck you weird. You know?
Check this out.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's you know, be careful because that is something you do not want to have happen to you.
Yes, please be careful out there, everyone. Please.
One other hilarious thing that I found, they had a list of other injuries that happen a lot during Christmas, and one was a Santa injury, and it's like some data that found that between 2007 and 2016, 3 children reported to the ER after falling off Santa's lap, while another injured herself while running away from a Santa impersonator because she was scared. So, yeah, 277 related injuries during that study period. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Germans.
No one talks about how "you're breaking my dick" is a way better turn of phrase than "you're breaking my balls."
Yeah.
Like,
girl, you're gonna break my dick off. Yeah.
Okay, what are you trying to break my dick here? Are you trying to break my dick? You trying to break my dick?
That usually means
my dick
horny.
right now.
Instead of being too naggy, she's too horny, right?
Yeah. Or like,
girl, you're gonna break my dick.
You're trying to buy a car, and they're quoting your price. They they could go lower on.
He's getting too hard. He's getting too horny for the sale. Buddy, you're really breaking my dick here.
Hey, you got a calendar? What day is it? Is it Christmas?
Yeah, because you're breaking.
Because you were breaking my dick right off.
Taking it to the internet comments for the last story, they call me Big Joe, who's one of our most loyal listeners. Either he must work at one of these poop plants because he's done about 8 comments in a row saying it's chill, man. No poop particles get through. And then
not after log reduction.
Treatment facilities are amazing. It'll blow your mind. And then he says, it's honestly a beautiful system. You'd be amazed. Go ask your local treatment facility for a tour.
He's right, dude. I watched the video of the one in New York.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Yeah,
you can smell the one in Leesburg if you drive by it.
There's one in between Radford and Virginia Tech. We drove by it. It was so stinky.
Yeah, it smells like shit.
Yeah, it does. It sure does. Yeah.
I used to when I was a kid, we'd go to New York City from New Jersey, and there was a period in the drive where it was like unbearably smelly because we'd be passing like one of the largest landfills ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like just like sense memory sticks with
salt
you.
mines, landfills. Yeah, on the way to Philadelphia,
horrible.
Virginia, we call it Filthydelphia because it smells.
Oh yeah.
Let's check in on some high school sports stories from this week. First up, it's bowl season. NFL playoffs are around the corner, and also high school football is wrapping up as well. And in fact, Texas just had their state title games, and one player went viral for being fucking enormous. Check out Hugh Mungus from Texas high school powerhouse DeSoto blocking a 6'4", 215-pound defensive end from Summer Creek who looks like a Tic Tac.
Holy no way! That guy's 6'4",
215. The
That's wrapping him up too.
What is that guy? 6'10"?
Yeah,
pretty much. He's got him by the jersey like he's a punk kid, and he's a mall security guard.
It looks like a fake picture.
It looks like a fake picture.
Like
I don't believe that guy's 6'4".
Yeah, they list that guy as 6'4".
No way. If that guy's 6'4", he is kind of crouched down.
He's a little hunched over getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Why is number 11 crumbled up like a rag doll?
He's going to be the first guy to go from high school to pro.
No, yeah. So Brick Shithouse is listed at 6'8" and 380 pounds, but he's probably more like 6'10", 420 with the helmet, the pads, and the cleats on. His real name is Byron Washington. He's a junior. And his team of the Monstars beat Summer Creek 74-14 this Sunday to take the state title, and you can see why.
Yeah, the quarterback had all the time in the world.
Was that 5A? It's in Houston, so it must be right.
It's the biggest. Yeah, it's right outside of Houston.
Probably like number 1 team in the nation.
Oh yeah, I mean that kid's only a 3-star recruit somehow, but Texas, Oregon, TCU, and other schools want him because of his.
It's because he's a freshman.
Size.
That's why he's a
junior. No, it's because he's just started to be able to walk again after in 6th grade he grew 6 inches in 3 weeks, and they had to perform emergency surgery because his growth plates were collapsing, and they put metal rods in his plate. And for like 4 years he was walking around town like Tiny Tim, but enormous Tim. And now he's like finally getting back into sports after being like almost crippled because of his size for like 4 years. So he's going to be incredible.
He'd be 5 stars if it wasn't for his engorged heart.
Yeah, exactly. Poor guy. Apparently, so he grew a bunch. If football doesn't work out for him, he could always play an actual machine or monster in Pacific Rim 3.
They beat DeSoto, or they are DeSoto?
The DeSoto beat Summer Creek 74-14.
So they're 5. They're 5 in the nation.
Yeah,
They're right below IMG.
I mean, the WWE's got to be calling this kid nonstop, right? Just put a mask on him, and he's like the biggest wrestler of all time. I can't wait him to demolish dudes on Saturdays, and I hope he goes to Texas, who's recruiting him.
Is he what's his position?
He's an offensive lineman, and he's the whole line. Look at this guy.
He's huge.
Yeah, he just puts his arms
dude.
out. How do you get around him?
He's 6'8", huh?
He's 6'8" and 380, but he's probably bigger than both those. You can save money on buses for in-state games too, because he can just carry the entire team to the stadium on his shoulders. Look at the size of this guy.
Pull the bus.
Yeah. How did he fit in high school desks or classrooms?
He didn't.
Was he stand in class?
Yeah, just a chair.
Yeah.
Back.
Those left-handed desks are pesky, but desks in general suck for him. Okay, next update's not as fun as that Austin, Texas high school. By the way, all the jokes are love, big man. Maybe we can do some eating contest content when you arrive in Austin, because you're going to go to Texas, right? This next one is a high school basketball story, and it also is in Texas, and it ends with a coach getting his ass beat by a player he benched and his whole family. So the coach of Willis High School in Willis, Texas, Jeremy Clark, benched a 17-year-old for unsportsmanlike conduct. Apparently, this kid was just yelling at the other players and refs and being a dick. So he sat him down to cool down. He said, "You got to chill out, man. Got to cool down."
Good.
Right? Yeah.
You got to do that.
Yeah,
It's moments like that are integral in your growth as a human, right? You got a tough love a kid, especially in sports. Sometimes like that's one of the best places for a 17-year-old to get put on his ass. Hey,
coaches are like mentors, as well as trying to get them to win. The other big part of coaching is teaching kids to become men, good people, right? Great coaching moment.
Yeah, or girls to become women, sure.
Yeah, sure. Right, you're right. And Willis ended up winning the game with this kid on the bench. They beat a team they hadn't beaten in 15 years. So all around, good move by the coach and everything. But the beatings didn't stop at the court. After the game, the player's mother and brother angrily confronted the coach in the parking lot, and it was an away game. So the coach was like, "We're about to have an incident at someone else's high school, and that's bad for the program." So he tried to de-escalate the situation. He said, "Hey, let's all get on the bus and in our cars and go home, and we'll talk about this later. We won the game. It's all good. Let's not get in a fist fight out at their away game." So they get back to their school and they get in the locker room to debrief and be like, "Hey, great win. We always lose that team." But the player who refused to talk to any coaches or players the whole time he got benched and all the way home, and his brother got in the coach's face again. And at this point, the coach was like, "All right, I'm going to have to suspend you for a little bit because you're just insane right now."
They were at the locker room at this point, or like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at their.
I guess if you're a family member, it's an away game, you
Right.
can get in the school. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Not liking the fact that he was going to get suspended. The player and his brother waited in now the home parking lot, where they then beat the shit out of the coach when he went to go to his car.
Hey, motherfucker! Did you say I had an attitude problem?
Yeah, he kind of proved him right, didn't he?
Right. What was it back there? You said I had a behavior issue?
Yeah, I'll show you behavior issue. And they did, to the tune of a black eye, several scratches on the face, neck, shoulder, and elbow. So they roughed him up pretty good. And now Coach Clark, who is not happy, even more so because he said that he didn't expect it from this particular player, wouldn't expect it in a million years. He said things like, "I've had this kid over to my house. I've mentored this kid. I've reached out to love this kid. And just because I took a disciplinary action, because I try to run this program with integrity, dignity, and respect, you're going to turn on me like that?" And he did. And now the player's been expelled from the school.
You can't beat up.
Can't beat up a coach.
You really got to blame the brother here. Sounds like an older brother.
And
who,
the mother. It sounds like the whole
And the mother,
family,
yeah,
the
it's
whole
a
family
kid.
was working him up. They're like,
You got to fucking intervene.
But they didn't even lose the game. It sounds like it was the right move.
Right.
Yeah. Had they lost, maybe.
But they don't care about the team. Whether they win or lose doesn't matter, because they don't care about the team. They care about him.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they do. And now he's I don't know if he's going to show up to these games now in the stands or what, but yeah.
Either look good and lose than look bad and win.
Right.
No, he can't. He's not allowed on school property.
Good on the coach. That kid
Trust
sucks.
me.
His family sucks. Yeah. All right. There it is. Texas sports.
I like Texas sports, man.
Yeah.
So the tallest, I don't know if he's still in the league right now, but the tallest lineman at one point was 6'10".
Well, size scraper Sally.
Skipper, so Dan Skipper.
Skyscraper
But like,
skipper.
yeah, like pretty much usually the tallest person in the league is 6'8" to 6'10". So this
he's almost too big. That's why he's a 3-star recruit, because he's just so fucking big. They have to harness his size and get him to work on footwork and stuff. Yeah.
But he had to have special plate surgery. Like usually the reason that a guy is too big is he's not proportional. Not proportional. He's too tall. But this guy sounds like he's got some sort of weird growth thing going on, which means he might be proportional at 6'10".
Well,
like
he's
what,
probably
400?
He's 400. Yeah, he's probably a great run blocker and pass defender. But he's got to be all the way out there on the end, because how could the fucking quarterback see over that monster? How's he going to throw it over him? Like, yeah, big boy. Hope he goes to Texas.
You could just go into sumo.
Yeah. Anyways, put him in on 1st and goal in the 1. Hand it to that dude.
Yeah, just have him fall forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's the show. Hell yeah. Holiday week. There's no show on
Christmas and Boxing Day. So I think we come back Tuesday morning. We're going to give you a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday show. We have tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week.
There you have it. So yeah, we're riding with you during the holiday ride, right with us.
Spotify video's back. Share
Spotify video's back.
Share this show with your friends and family this holidays.
Yeah, tell a friend about Hard Factor. Also, if you want to tell a friend about Hard Factor, here's a great way to do it. I don't know if Spotify does, but at least Apple Podcasts has a text feature, and that's why Will's been bringing it up at the top of the show. Text them Hard Factor. Them next time they go into Apple Podcasts, it'll say from texts, and they'll see Hard Factor.
I think Spotify must, because we found it in the Spotify Wrapped statistics. They said that like 45% of our shares come through text. So like that's the best. That was the most popular way people spread the word.
Also, real quick, I am getting your hottest and ugliest and cutest submissions.
How are we doing on the submissions?
Pretty good. There's been some great submissions recently. If I don't respond to you in your submission, doesn't mean I didn't get it, or I don't think they're fantastic. It just means I'm lazy.
Will you be able to announce tomorrow, because you're going to be off next week, right?
We're going to announce it after the new year.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
So if someone wants to get in on the ugliest or hottest, it's your choice, by the way.
Yes.
Ugliest or hottest listener.
Yeah. Also, if anyone breaks their dick, send that in.
And it's not just for Discord too. There was some confusion. One of the submitters thought that it was only for the Golden Elbow tier. It's not everyone.
No, it's just everyone.
Listener.
No, this is for good-looking and ugly freeloaders too.
Exactly. So hardfactorwes@gmail.com.
Hey Wes, have there been any listeners so hot that you looked at their photo and they're like, "Did my dick just break?" And then
close.
Whoa, this picture's really breaking my dick.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's not black or blue.
See them all. I'm hoarding them right now, but you guys will see them all.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. Well, you get out there. You guys get out there. Have a great fucking day.